Chariot, Kine, Pilsung. You notice I have a bat in my hand today. This is not for defense against the bat or something, although we get into that later down the line, how to defend against weapons. And my bat for me is for balance. My balance ain't what it once was, and I know yours probably isn't much better than mine, more than likely, unless you're a gymnast or a practitioner that's still in practice. But for most of us, we need something to help us balance, because we're going to learn to do the front snap kick today. Eventually I'm going to teach you to do it from a stance, but for now I want you concentrating on your feet. I'm going to do it sideways for you. First of all, pause the tape. If you don't have something, grab anything to hold on to for balance. Something longer, this would be nice. A big long pole to put both hands on would be even better. But I think I can get by just with the bat for today, okay? You have to excuse me for some of my vulgarities. Once in a while if I find food in my teeth and I spit it out and do something like that, or wipe my nose, whatever. But during these tapings, if I screw up and do a little thing like that, I hate to have to start over and do the whole tape all over, and I'm trying to maintain a really rigorous schedule. I have lots of programs to put up in a short amount of time to do it. So I truly appreciate the people that take their time out to view my hard work and my labors. Okay, front snap kick. Not concerned about the hands. I'm going to demonstrate with my left foot because I'm left-handed. I demonstrate better with my left foot. So I'm going to bring my knee up. Notice when I do that, my knee is pointing at the target. For now, my target is the solar plexus or midsection area. Mostly, A, because I'm too tight to do a high kick with any dignity. And B, there's no reason to throw a high kick with this kick unless you're kicking somebody right in the chin and you got a clean and open shot. Otherwise, this is basically for groin and for solar plexus. Groin, you notice the difference? I kick with a flat instep with the whole top of my foot, bam. When I kick to the solar plexus, I kick with the ball on my foot, as I described earlier in stretching. But it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 count. On one, we chamber the kick. In a sense, one, we have the arrow and the bow. So in one, what we do is we pull the arrow back. So the more spring that we load up in our leg, if our leg's hanging loose like that, our kick is going to be very sissy-ish. We want to pull this sucker up tight, line that knee at the opponent, so when we unleash that kick, it has all this time to pick up speed, momentum, and power. Trust me, with the added speed, so you want to chamber that kick. You should feel it in the quadricep, a bit in the hamstring, in the calf, sides of your hams, all your quads should feel it very good. When you deliver the kick, you should feel it in your lower abs, the top of your quadricep. Feel how good an exercise that is to do. What a conditioning exercise. Plus you are learning to kick. It's called the front snap kick. It's not one of my favorite kicks, but there's not a lot to it. One, chamber the kick, lift the heel up, point the knee at the target, deliver the kick. After you do one side, switch over, do the other side. Lift the knee up, chamber the foot tight. Notice the toes are curled back and my foot's curled back. But as I extend the kick out, notice my ankle pushes and contributes to the power of the kick. Watch, I'll do it better with my left. See, my toes are curled back right now. As I'm delivering the kick and going through the process, my toes are pushing out and my leg is extending and my ankle is flexing and pushing out, and I'm kicking with the ball on my foot, that hard part of your foot when you curl your toes back. You cannot do this kick lazily and just kick with your toes out. Curl the toes back. That is where the form comes from. You can do this in a front stance, drop back to your stance, kick. There's another command I will teach you. It's called palako. Palako means change your stance. So from here, you jump, key up, yes! Now you're kicking with the right leg. So from here it's try to always go back into a good perfect front stance so your feet parallel. It's that back heel turned out. Don't let your stances get sloppy just because you're concentrating on a block, strike, kick, what have you. Upstairs, the downstairs, you're supposed to have already learned that. but it's something you continually have to work at. I've been doing this all my life, and I still have to work at turning that right heel out. You know, it's a stretch for me to turn that heel out and get that back foot pointing straight parallel. So again, kicking. Come on. You see how easy it is when you put all four together? I like to use it to set somebody up. I like to kick them in the hip. When I do that, I give them a Charlie horse. They drop their guards. It sets them up for me to come around high with a roundhouse kick. I know I don't look high, but the roundhouse comes up at an angle, just enough to come up under the chin and score. So, I once was a high kicker and plan on being a high kicker again shortly. I'm not going to rupture or injure myself though in the process of making these tapes. I am no good to you injured, so I have to stay healthy. Vice versa. You're no good to the program if you're injured. Take it at a pace you can handle. Don't push yourself beyond your limitations. Push yourself beyond what you're used to pushing yourself, but do not strain or stress yourself. You know, I can't put enough emphasis on that. Keep yourself healthy. So today, short lesson, front snap kick. I want you to work it. 1, knee points to the target. Remember the 5 points? The heel is drawn up as close as you can pull it up on your own energy. 2, you deliver. Lock the knee out. Press out with the ball of the foot. 3, bring it back. 4, step back down into your stance. Most stances you'll do this from would be a back stance, or if, you know, coming from the back stance, or more than likely you'll use this in a front stance position. Okay, so front snap kick, memorize it. We're just scratching the surface of the kicks. Remember, this is 70% kicking. You'll find you're going to be learning a lot more box and hand technique than you will be kicks, but you'll use your kicks a lot more than you will use your hands. This is an outside fighter's dream. If you have good feet and you don't have to get in to use your hands, then you don't have that fear of being pummeled. So Steve Ackerman, I'm signing out. Trent! Kine! Pilsung!